Hey everybody, welcome back to Hearthstone Arena, Northernlion's Den. Now, we are going to play in the arena mode here. It's been a couple of days, maybe even like 3 or 4 days since I actually recorded the last episode of Arena. But I did recall, you know, we're 5-1 on our current arena deck. That is by far the best I've ever done in arena. And I've been playing Hearthstone kind of religiously outside of the arena because I want to save the arena for videos and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be good enough to take this even a little bit further. Again, at 7 wins, or so I hear, is where you break even in the arena and you get at least 150 in-game gold back for the in-game gold that you've invested. So we'll see if this ends up working out for me. So we're playing a hunter deck here, and I've forgotten some of what this deck is all about, but certainly I can tell you right now that regardless of the composition of the overall deck, I do not want these 5 and 6 mana cards from the get-go. You know, I might not even want Unleash the Hounds. It's a card that, you know, I've been playing a lot of hunter recently. I don't really like it all that much. But I do like Acidic Swamp Ooze, and I do like Deadly Shot as well, especially if they're, well, okay, we're not going to do anything this turn. But I do like Deadly Shot as well, especially if there's only like one really good minion out on the field. Thank you for returning your greeting, Seki. I like you a lot. Or Seki. He played, or she played, a Sinister Strike, which does 3 damage to me. Doesn't really do all that much to frighten me right off the bat here. And I don't really want to play Acidic Swamp Ooze yet, but I probably will. Here's the thing. It has a battle cry where it destroys your opponent's weapon, so it might be a good idea for me to play it when my opponent has a weapon, so that it stops it from doing damage, especially if there's a rogue with a rogue weapon in his or her deck that is amazing. But I'm just going to get it out here because I need to get a creature on the board. I could have used my hero power instead, or I guess I could have used, you know, Arcane Shot to deal 2 damage, but I'd rather save that to get some board control. That is a perfect segue for me to say thank you to those of you in the comments who are leaving civil, constructive feedback that is actually helping me get a lot better at the game. In those first episodes, I focused a lot on just like rushing down the enemy hero way too quickly, and not really worrying about establishing board control at all, which is a major mistake. I want to make sure that I am, you know, he'll probably go with a weapon this time. Oh no, wow, he got 2 Shiv cards and just was able to destroy me here. I thought he was going to use his hero power and the coin card, but I guess not. Alright, that's unfortunate. Pint-Sized Summoner is a fantastic card. The question is, if I put it out there, will it live? And the answer is maybe. I kind of want to put it out there just in case. We'll try it anyway. And I don't want to use anything else on this turn. I'll save my mana. But yes, you know, I've been making major mistakes when it comes to rushing down the opponent too early. Classic mistake, you know, not necessarily a huge problem, except it did probably cost me a couple of games, especially on that Druid deck. Okay, so whenever this minion takes damage, draw a card. I hate that card a great deal. Unfortunately, there's not really much I can do here, because I don't want Pint-Sized Summoner to die. That should be obvious. So I want to keep that alive. I don't even necessarily want to use it to establish board control here. I could use Arcane Shot, do 2 damage, and then attack it and kill it. But what I might actually do, let's do Eaglehorn Bow here. And we'll just use this. We'll take 1 damage in the process, but I'll use this to destroy Acolyte of Pain. Take that off the board. And, of course, he'll draw a card as a result of the buff, but at least we got it out of there before anything too major happened. And we'll just use Pint-Sized Summoner to do an attack here. I would really love to get some beasts. I can't remember if this is similar to my constructed hunter deck, where I have a ton of beasts and then buffs for beasts, but sadly, no such luck so far. Okay, so here we go. I don't know what to say when they say mistakes were made. Savannah Highmane, summon 2 2/2 hyenas. This is where, all of a sudden, this Pint-Sized Summoner card becomes useful, because this costs 4 mana instead of 6, so that lets us play Savannah Highmane here, which is a sweet card, and then also give your beast +1 attack and charge. So in doing this, I can now do 7 damage on this turn, and I am going to attack and kill with my Eaglehorn Bow that guy. That'll give me a little bit of board control again. Of course, it's going to do 3 damage to me, which is maybe a little bit silly, but it also gets that creature off the board and opened it up so I could actually use Savannah Highmane to do a ton of damage there, and I'm feeling pretty good about this situation. The Death Rattle is nice. It gets 2 2/2 hyenas, so even if he does manage to destroy it on this turn, we'll be okay. And I want to keep drawing beasts, because as long as I have Pint-Sized Summoner still on the board, or I should say minions, not necessarily beasts, but it makes every minion that I play cost, or the first minion that I play each turn cost 2 less, which is substantial for sure. So Twilight Drake's an interesting card. Deal 2 damage to all characters. I hate that. Twilight Drake gives +1/+1 for each card in your hand, which is not necessary. Is it a beast? It's a dragon. Okay. What I'm thinking here, we got to get this thing off the board. There's no question about it. How do we do it? We could use Hunter's Mark and Arcane Shot, but I think I'm just going to use Deadly Shot. This will cause my Pint-Sized Summoner to die, which is unfortunate. But that's okay. I don't want to play Twilight Drake yet because it's not going to be that strong. And we could then use Arcane Shot if we wanted to, but instead I'm just going to use my hero power, and I will also do one more attack like this. And it's fairly obvious, I guess, that this guy's in a pretty scary situation here. I mean, my health is not fantastic either, but still. And you know what? I almost want to use Arcane Shot again, just to do some damage to him or her, because that's going to take them low enough that they'll be able to be killed on the next turn if Savannah Highmane doesn't die. If Savannah Highmane dies, then we have the 2/2 hyenas who will be able to attack on the next turn, and then I should be able to use my hero power to do 2 damage and maybe win on this turn, although I've definitely lost games that started this well, or like that put me in a position that was this good to start with, but you know, I would put the odds definitely in my favor right now. So here she is finally using the coin. The coin is probably going to allow it to do 2 damage to me, and then she'll probably use the weapon that she has to attack me now, because that was just a battle cry that caused it to do 2 damage. By the way, the way combo works is essentially, if it's the first card you play, it does 1 damage. If it's the second card you play, then it does 2 damage. So, basically combo procs. Oh, good, we win. Combo procs if you've already played a card on the turn. So that'll be our 6th win. We're only 1 win away from breaking even. I'm excited about that. Turns out that I'm not as rusty as I thought I would be. And we're up to platinum level here in the arena, which scares the shit out of me. But we only need to win 1 more in order to reach that mythical break-even point. And, you know, this is definitely an improvement on my arena play. First one, I went 0-3. First one I recorded, I went 2-3. Second, I went 3-3. Now we're going to be at least 6-3. Are we going to go, or, you know, at worst 6-3, I guess I should say. We could go 9-1 as well, but that's probably pretty unlikely to happen. So we're going to be up against a paladin here played by Anarion. And I go second, which is okay, because I really like having the ability to bring out this shield bearer. And you know what, to be honest with you, I kind of like my existing cards. I know that Fen Creeper is an expensive one at 5 mana, but we can maybe use the coin to get that out there. We'll say hello. But we can maybe use the coin to get that one out there earlier, and then, you know, it's a very valuable taunt to have on the board right off the bat. So we've got a 0-4 shield bearer, which I'm totally okay with using right now. And on the next turn, maybe we come out with Acidic Swamp Ooze, or maybe we just use our hero power. Because, well, I mean, this is just gonna, the shield bearer is simply gonna soak up damage. That's basically all we can do about that. But we could also, yeah, I think we're gonna send out Acidic Swamp Ooze in this situation, because this can take out the Fairy Dragon, which I think is, I wouldn't necessarily say it's essential, but this is a very annoying card because it can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. Obviously, my hero power doesn't work on it anyway. I don't know what the Paladin secrets are. I know one of the Paladin secrets is an eye for an eye, and what that causes is when I do damage to the Paladin, it'll do the same damage back to me, which is, you know, potentially scary or not that big of a deal. I'm going to use Acidic Swamp Ooze to kill the Fairy Dragon. Oh, here we go. What's the secret? Noble Sacrifice. Oh, so you summon a 2/1 Defender as the new target. That actually worked very well for him, because that was a much better value proposition to lose that creature than to lose the Fairy Dragon. So, I do have full mana. I could use Deadly Shot. That would be a total waste. Emperor Cobra, I think, is a much better card to play in this situation. My guess is that he will probably clear the board and then be content to have next turn to do whatever he wants. I can't attack with the taunt creature anyway because it has 0 attack. So, good plays from him so far. Yeah, this is as expected. The Silverhand Recruit will attack that. I guess he's not even really clearing the board, is he? Oh man, he can totally destroy Emperor Cobra by himself now without... Man, he's got serious board control here. Luckily, you know, the effect of attacking me didn't actually heal him in this situation because I was, or he was already at full health. So, I almost feel like it's probably in our best interest to Stormpike Commando. If I throw him out there, he'll definitely be killed on the next turn, whereas Fen Creeper, he'll probably be killed on the next turn. But, at least, okay, let's use Coin. Oh, that's not Coin. Oh my god, okay, yes, thank you for taking it back. Let's use Coin Stormpike Commando. We'll use that to kill Fairy Dragon. And this guy's gonna die. There's no question about it. And there's nothing else I can really do on this turn. So, I think, you know, the ball's in his court right now. He's doing a very good job. That's probably not the correct use of that idiom. We have a Stealth Stranglethorn Tiger, which has come out. Recall that stealth essentially means... is he gonna attack me on this one? It's weird, because he takes damage as well. I mean, he heals himself a little bit, but... I don't know. I guess that was the best way to handle it. So we have a +1 spell power, which is good. Stealth cannot be attacked or targeted until it deals damage. So I will admit, I do not know how Deadly Shot will work with Stealth. Like, if it'll 100% attack Silverhand Recruit, or if the Silverhand Recruit's gone, what would happen. But anyway, we're going to send out Fen Creeper, and we'll end our turn here. I feel like it's a little bit more manageable now, but, you know, things can change. For sure. Again, he's got the initiative right now, which always frightens me. I'm on the back foot. Hopefully we'll get some cards that will allow me to turn this around. I don't know what my, like, endgame cards are. Ah, man, I don't know if I would have necessarily used my stealth creature in that situation. But, you know, what do I know? He's kicking my ass right now. Deadly Shot is a tempting card to use here. Obviously, I would probably hope that it kills Frostwolf Warlord. But I could be persuaded to enjoy it either way. So let's use Deadly Shot here, just to get a little bit of board control. Okay, so it attacked the wrong one. That's okay. Shit happens sometimes. And after that, you know, is it even worth sending out Bloodfen Raptor? I mean, it'll soak up an attack. Maybe it's better to use a Dalaran Mage here, which, you know, it'll still die, but it's a slightly less valuable card, in my opinion, because I don't know how many spells I have. Should really look at my deck composition before I go into the next match. But this one, I'm certainly not looking like I'm in a fantastic position right now. The creature that he has on the board does get a +1/+1 buff for every creature, or every other minion that he has. Oh man, and it's going to have 9 attack on this turn, which is crazy. The good news is, for sure, I can kill it on the next turn. So we have another spell power +1. But yeah, there's no taunt creatures out here, so I can definitely wipe this guy out, which has to happen. Because if I didn't do this, I would be dead in like 2 turns. So that had to happen. I think additionally, we should send out Gnomish Inventor. We kind of need this card draw to save our lives right now. Eaglehorn Bow is pretty good. I'm going to use that right away to knock out the Pint-Sized Summoner. Because otherwise, he'll be able to really spam the field with minions and get incredible board control that would irritate the shit out of me. So... we're in a very bad position right now. He's got more cards. He's got way more health. The question is, what are the cards, I guess? And what cards am I going to draw soon? So, Bloodfen Raptor is a card that I really enjoy having. That's my 2-mana card down here. It doesn't have anything special about it, except that it's really cheap, and it has 2 health and 3 attack, which is better than you get out of most 2-mana creatures. I mean, this is a 2/2, but it has spell power +1, which has its merits as well. The only question is, has he started to run out of gas? He did end up saving 6 mana that turn, which is usually indicative of something not going so well for him. I mean, I kind of feel like I should use all of my cards in this situation, just get them out on the field. Now, spell power +1, I do not believe applies to my hero power. So this is what we're going for broke now. I am going to, for sure, take out one of these Silverhand Recruits. Got to get some form of board control. And I could use Eaglehorn Bow, but I think that would be stupid. So instead, I'm just going to do 5 damage to him directly. And I still definitely feel like I'm behind the 8 ball, but this is like my last gasp play. Hopefully he does not have any board clearing cards. If he does, then my time is over. Deal 2 damage to all enemies. That is a great definition of a board clearing card. So, oh, he's got 2 of them. Yep, oh, so he had 2 board clearing cards, in fact. That being said, he only has 1 mana left, and he has, what, a Silverhand Recruit? We're still screwed, probably, but we're alive, which is something. So we'll send that out there, and we're going to be at 19 versus 9. This could be a war of attrition as it comes down to the end, but I'm pretty confident that we are done. What would be the ideal draw for me right now? Well, are you serious? This dude's got so many, like, targeted spells and AoE spells. Good thing I don't have Eaglethorn Bow, but it's not really going to matter. He's going to have a lot of minions on the field. Give this minion +3 attack. Ugh. Yeah, we're definitely dead on the next turn. I need to either clear the board or do 19 damage on this turn. I guess... I mean, I can silence a minion, removes all card text and enchantments. So we can silence him, and that'll take him back down to 1/1. But there's still 5 damage, so well played. You know, you got me. that was a good game. I appreciate the greeting and the kind of congratulations at the end, or the thanks for the good game at the end. There's nothing worse than someone who doesn't, like, greet you, and then they start shit-talking you with a limited number of in-game options. They'll be like, they'll make an amazing play that basically kills you, then they'll be like, oh, sorry, and like, oh, okay. Well, you're kind of a dick. But Anarion's not a dick, he's a pretty nice dude, so I don't know if I played terribly there or if I got some bad card draws, but in any case, we're going to be 6-2. We might as well get one more all-important game in here. I have 0 7+ mana cards. That is scary, actually, because I don't have anything if I, like, fall behind quickly that can take me back, but we'll see. 6-2, we're going to play one more. Maybe 2 more, depends on whether or not we win or lose. If we lose, then that'll probably be the last episode here because it's an elegant ending and we can start on the next one brand new. I'm looking forward to doing the next arena as well because, you know, every night that I invest into Hearthstone, I feel like I get a lot better at deck building. Oh my god, it's the same dude! His deck will tear me apart! Okay, so I go second in the situation. I want to redo 3 of these cards. I can't believe Anarion is gonna cost me $2 here. I think I actually bought into this one. Much better cards. I bought into this one with in-game gold, so it's not actually that big of a deal. And actually, I do have 145 in-game gold now as well, so no matter what I get, I will be able to buy back into the arena with in-game gold, which is nice. So I played Leper Gnome. It's a really nice 1-mana card. At the very least, it's basically 1 mana to deal 2 damage. At best, you know, you can do another 2 damage to the enemy just by attacking them, and it probably won't survive much longer than that, but, you know, that's okay. So I'd say we just attack the enemy. He's going to probably use a Silverhand Recruit to attack him just to stop the bleeding a little bit. We've got 2 mana left. I'm going to use Tracking instead of a Hero Power because this could allow us to get a much better setup for the future. This is a beast, right? Yeah, I have 1 beast to give your beast +1 attack and charge. But I think it might be best. We're going to have 3 mana on the next turn. I have something to do on the next turn, but I don't really have a 4 mana card. So, I think Gnomish Inventor is going to be my best play there. Now, I could use the coin and then use my hero power, but I like to save the coin, and maybe that'll allow me to get Argent Commander on the field earlier, which could be a major player in the game. So he'll probably, do that. That does 2 damage to the enemy hero. So I'm content with how Leper Gnome there did for sure. Now, I can totally use Battle Cry to silence a minion, but I don't necessarily want to silence a stealth minion yet. I guess I'll send out Emperor Cobra this turn and then Gnomish Inventor on the next turn, because I would have to silence it and then be able to do damage to it, right? Otherwise, what's the value? So I'll just send out Emperor Cobra instead. Really, a stealthy Shadowy Tiger seems like it'd be more well-suited for a Hunter deck. Alright, whenever your hero attacks, restore 2 health to it. That's fine. So he's going to destroy Emperor Cobra here, which is unfortunate because Emperor Cobra is a great card the longer it lives. This creature is no longer stealth, though. That's good news. Obviously, we have our Death Rattle there. And is it worth using... I think it's worth summoning our... Gnomish Inventor here, because the Spellbreaker is a better card, but it's almost certainly a lot smarter for me to save that for when a minion actually needs silence. So I'm essentially just going to let this minion hang out here for a while. Probably a bad idea from a board control standpoint, but I want to ensure that I'm using these cards effectively. On the next turn, we will be able to send out Argent Commander by using our coin, and Argent Commander will absolutely allow us to destroy... I guess in this case, we'd probably destroy Azure Drake. We got Explosive Shot. Explosive Shot's a very good card. Deals 5 damage to a minion and 2 damage to all the minions adjacent to it, but I don't know. I'd like to maybe wait until there's a better time to use this. The problem with Argent Commander is that I'm essentially trading a 6-mana card for a 5-mana card. So what I might want to do is send out Argent... Oh, sorry, I have to coin. Oh, but then I can't Deadly Shot then. Okay. What would I do if I had 6 mana? We could silence the Battle Cry and then do nothing at all. We could summon Savannah Highmane. I think it's smart to come out here and kill the Azure Drake, but that might just be me. Why don't you... I don't know, this is a little scary. Okay, why don't we use just Deadly Shot and see how it works out for us? That was the wrong creature again. And then what I was thinking is we'll just summon... you know, Acidic Swamp Ooze. He doesn't even have a weapon right now, so that quite clearly didn't work out as well as I had intended. Now he's going to be able to get some card draw almost certainly. Oh no, he doesn't have... he has Spell Power +1. That's still pretty frustrating, but... on the next turn... Oh my god, he's got a secret. This is very quickly slipping away from me, much like the last one did in actuality. This is not a beast. We don't have any beast cards right now. If we know that this creature is going to die for sure, it might be useful to use Hunter's Mark. Please tell me he doesn't counter this with his secret. Okay, and then we'll lose Acidic Swamp Ooze. Oh, here we go. It's going to be a new target then. Yep, it's going to be a 2/1 creature as the new target. That's fine. I kind of really like using Explosive Shot in this situation, even though it might not be the smartest idea. Because here's my thinking, because it'll at least wipe the board. This guy only has 1 health, which is really shitty, but whatever. We'll use Explosive Shot. I hate to wipe the board in that fashion, and we'll continue to... Actually, you know what? I don't think saving the coin does us much good here. I think that's kind of like... It's like a sarcastic well played. Not I think he's being polite, but I also think he's like, you know, that's not that big of a chink in my armor. I think he's going to be able to pull this away starting now. That was kind of like a desperation move. Alright, so we have exactly the same card on display here. Give a minion +3 attack. That is a sweet buff. I'll admit that I've never really played too much as the Paladin class, so this guy is pooping on me a little bit. If we silence... Oh, I can't do two... Well, because what I want to do is send this guy out, silence him. That'll take him back down to 4/3, but then I can't, like, kill him on this turn, so... yeah, sure, we'll silence him, and then he won't have charge or Divine Shield, I guess. Charge doesn't really matter anymore. And we'll send out Cobalt Geomancer, and we're very much kind of in the end game to a certain extent, and I'm a little bit frightened about that. He has a card advantage, a distinct health advantage, and a psychological advantage, admittedly, considering he beat me last time. I guess there's not that many people playing platinum level arena matches at, what is it, like 11:30 on a Thursday morning? We'll see, though. At least I won 1 over the course of this video, and, you know, 6-3, I'm very pleased with that arena play. What do I want to play in the next arena? I'm not necessarily trying to talk as if this is over. But in the next arena, I would love to play as a priest. I've been dealing a lot with priest decks lately, and it's been a lot of fun. I just can't get control over this guy at all. The key is tearing me apart. So we have 5-3 or a 6-2 that we can do on this turn. This creature is still alive, which should not have happened. So, you know, presumably, we might be able to live on this turn, and then maybe live long enough to die on the next turn. So we're definitely going to destroy this guy, and then we'll use our hero power. Might have been better to use Stormpike Commando there. I'm pretty sure that well played means that it's done, because he has so many cards that are just like deal 2 damage. So we'll see. This one might do it right here.
Give me a quest.
Whenever you play a card game +1/+1. Questing Adventurer, an annoying card to deal with. Is there any way that I can deal with... You know, there is a way that I can... Oh, I can just silence him. How do we do this? I'm trying to think about how we could possibly kill this taunt creature on this turn. End Questing Adventurer, because that has to happen. Okay, well, we definitely have to silence the taunt creature. There's no question about that. Then we... I don't think we can do it. There's no way. So, you know, I'll play out my turn as if I have a chance, but I really don't.
Well played.
So send this guy out. I can do... He doesn't have charge, huh? No. Yeah, we'll do it like that, and I guess like that, and use our hero power, but unfortunately, this game's over. You know, well played to Anarion. He 2-0'd me, and honestly, he deserves it. I'm not sure if there's a fallacy in my deck composition, or if he just has cards that counter mine, or if he's just a much better player. I apologize for kind of phoning it in on these last two, but, you know, he deserves it. He played really well here. So again, well played to him, and thanks for crushing my dreams, you asshole. That was hard-earned in-game gold, but we'll see what we get in our treasure chest. 6-3, again, the best I've ever done, so we'll see if maybe we earn some delicious treasure. Obviously, I would love to get some packs as well, but in-game gold and, I guess, Arcane Dust are probably going to be the more prolific items, so let's see what we get here. Item 1, 30 Arcane Dust, 5 in-game gold. This is enough to buy our way into the arena, as you can see down here in the bottom right. 50 in-game gold and a pack of expert level cards. So we picked up, what is this, 70 in-game gold? That's not quite enough to buy your way back into arena. I was like 1 win away from that. But that's okay. I had fun there regardless. The first game was a lot of fun. At least we didn't go 0-3 in this episode. That's always the worst. So let's see what we got for cards. That's a rare. You can tell by the aura in the background. So we just got 1 rare here. Betrayal card. An enemy minion deals its damage to the minions next to it. That's pretty good. Cone of Cold. Freeze a minion and the minions next to it. Deal 1 damage to them. Battle Rage. Draw a card for each damaged minion. Soul of the Forest. Give your minions Death Rattle. Summon a 2/2 Treant. I really like that card. And our rare card, Vaporize for Mage. When your minion attacks a hero, destroy it. Wait, sorry. When a minion attacks your hero, destroy it, and it's a secret. Otherwise, I was like, when your minion attacks your hero, destroy it. You could just attack their hero, and then you'd win the game instantly. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching. I guess I have some cards that I can disenchant to make Arcane Dust with here for the first time, but I don't really want to do that. But as always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure to show your support in the form of a like or a civil comment telling me what you liked or did not like about the video. And again, really appreciate all the civil and constructive feedback about how to be a little bit better at Hearthstone. The kind of competition of the game is heating up a little bit because there was a recent wave of beta invites that has been sent out, and obviously everyone that gets into the game plays the shit out of it. But I'm hoping to kind of stay ahead of the curve by sheer force of will in playing a ton. As always, though, if you guys enjoyed the episode, I do appreciate your support in that form. And if you want to see more daily Hearthstone videos, make sure to subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.